appliqué. Hello, can you hear me now, guys? Can you hear me now?
Est-ce que tu vois
Je demande. Là, je vois l'audio qui bouge. Ah! J'ai l'impression qu'ils m'entendent. Est-ce que vous m'entendez, les gens? Can you hear me now, guys? Can someone say yes if they can hear me? Oh, fantastique. Je te remercie, Jago. Grâce à toi. Thank you, Crankedy. Merci, Crankedy. Donc, merci. Aujourd'hui, on va faire du After Effects. Today, we're going to use After Effects. And we're going to do NFTs because we need to do the... So basically, I'm not very good at using After Effects. So I'll be using the After Effects and trying to do it on stream. So, donc voilà. What's up, everybody? Very nice to see you all. Such a nice atmosphere here. Bon, oui, ben écoute, yeah, I'll try to do it in English. I have Swiss chocolate. I know she's an English speaker, so I'll try to have an inclusive worldwide stream which will be open for everybody. Et aussi pour les autres, comme Saint-Bernard du 31. Mais bon, everybody's going to see me try to use After Effects. I'm not very good at it and I apologize for this. Bon, je te laisse tranquille, Jago. Tu passeras dire un bonjour sur le stream.
Ouais, je passerai. Ouais.
Ok. Et merci pour ton aide. Hein. J'étais en stress complet, mais heureusement, tu es toujours là.
T'inquiète.
Allez, grosse bise. Ciao, ciao. I watched your modern gallery. Oh, thank you. Have you seen it was the Guggenheim Museum. It was great. I was in Bilbao like 2 weeks ago. The Guggenheim Museum is a great museum. It's shaped like a boat. And yeah, thank you, Master Team. I stress a bit because, you know, when you're live and there are some accidents going on, you just want everything to be perfect, and you have that image that you want to give to everybody that you have to be perfect. But I know sometimes it's overwhelming. And when there are some, hey, Jago, he's the guy who helped me. Thank you so much, Jago. You're the boss. Yeah, my camera was beeping. I know. My French accent is what gives me my, je ne sais quoi, and it gives me, the French touch, the fan flair, everything. So Jago has been very helpful. He's the one who's been helping me from the start. Basically, I'm not very good at using any technical stuff, and I must admit I do not like to learn. I would like all the knowledge to be downloaded like just as a press of a button and just to have everything in my mind. Yes, the je ne sais quoi, the à la carte, du savoir-faire, du bon voyage, all those things. And yeah, je vais faire du franglish, no problem. So 2 weeks ago, I was in Bilbao. So for those who do not know where Bilbao is, so imagine this is France. And Bilbao is around here. So it's not in France, it's in Spain. And it's very well known for a modern art museum. And inside you could see some of the things that were contemporary art, nice I would say frames, nice pictures, nice paintings. And amongst that, there were, I tried to go with the gimbal, la gimbal. So it was carrying the camera. And what happened is that after a while, it started beeping because I do not have the good material. Most of the people, Spain is a beautiful country. I've been there. And normally, I must admit, what I'm trying to do, it's a great country. It's a great country. I love it. People are very nice and the food is great. I have to apologize. I said I would do my best to be a vegetarian, and I have done that in France. I have not eaten any meat in France, not any fish in France, but in Spain, while you're traveling, it's stream elements, we say in English. And I've tried to do my best, but I had to eat meat over there because they were very nice tapas. And in the Basque Country, they have things that qu'est-ce que c'est que Franglish? Franglish is a mix of French with English, and we know that French is one of the most beautiful languages in the world, and English only comes second. And when you mélange the two together, you have that nice mix, which is Franglish. And I think that we all really like to use it at the same time. Swiss chocolate. I'm sure you speak very good French, and that's why you're on this stream. Anyway, that was my travel to Bilbao. Very nice. We were with some very nice entrepreneurs. So we are all food entrepreneurs. We are designing the food of the future. I was with some people who are doing how can I say cellular meat. So they are doing lab meat. Some of them are actually growing meat inside labs, and they are designing the food of the future. Oh, you're a French professor. Oh. So you must be disappointed. You come to the stream to speak French, and here I am speaking English. I am so sorry, Swiss chocolate. But je vais dire des trucs en français. De toute façon, si des gens qui veulent me parlent en français, je répondrai en français. I will try to have English as the main language or not. I don't really know. Oh, Bern. It's a nice place. Never been there though. I heard lots of good things. Maybe some good Swiss chocolate over there. So been traveling a lot in what is the country? Oh, you do not know what the country Bern is. Bern is in. Just checking. Is the de facto capital of Switzerland. Hey Nash, tell us about the future of food. Hey Nash, Jago, I will tell you about the future of food. No, Vinny, it was a joke. I literally know bonjour and a few other words. Wow, you can learn about bonjour. Je m'appelle Vin. Je suis un entrepreneur dans la. I am happy to see you here. It makes me happy. Vinny is a good person. Oh, so nice, Master Team. Very nice to see. Nash, you know that I'm living is actually Nash, you know that it's a joke that I do every time I go to the Hey guys, Master Team, you are a special mod. Nash is also a special mod, but Nash is also a mod that is very close to my heart because Nash is my brother. So he's a bro. Hey bro. Hey bro. Hey bro. S-dog, whatever. I've got that joke, you know. I go to a hotel. Every time I go to a hotel, I just go and say, "Hi, I'm living." And when I go there and I say I'm living, they say, "Oh, what's your room number?" And I say, "I don't have a new number. I'm just arriving." And then I say I'm living and I'm arriving. Blah blah blah. It's literally the bro. So I feel that there are a lot more jokes that I can do with living. I also say when we are in negotiation, it's a win-win situation, you know, like you win, I win. No, not very good. I'm sorry. That was very bad. But we have Lille, we have Switzerland, we have Lyon, we have Toulouse, which is a great city for what? What is Toulouse great for? We are literally called the Pink City. We have Agen. How do we say pruneau d'Agen in English? Let me check. Pruneau d'Agen. I have to make the joke. Pruneau d'Agen. And then we have to learn the word diarrhea in English as well. Le pruneau d'Agen in English. Pruneau d'Agen in English. English, not far from Belgium. Agen prunes. So Agen prunes. So Cranky D, welcome. This is a international live stream with people living not far from Belgium and also from Lyon. Lyon. Do we say Lyon or Lyon? Anyway, it's only Lyon, which is a great place. They are very well known for many things. Only Lyon. Hey, Diago, c'est un de tes viewers, Cranky? We have some. We say Lyon. Thank you, Nash. Very nice. Thank you for helping me. I know a lot of people in the world. Yeah. Did you know that Lyon was Lion before Hassan arrived? Nash, I think the word Lyon was Lyon. No, Lyon was Lyon until Hassan arrived. Something like this. Does it work? Food, please. Oh yeah. Food. Future of food. In a world. We are all aliens sharing the. It is pronounced Lyon. Yeah. I'm sorry. Lyon, lion, Lyon. You need the food French? Yeah. Well, okay. In 2050, there are going to be 10 billion people. All of them will be fighting for survival because there will be no food left. Meat, the growing meat has become an unhealthy alternative. You could not grow enough plants because you have to cut down all the trees and there were not enough land. So man had to find another way to survive. What could they find? They looked everywhere. And in fact, the solution was right in front of them. It was not a fad. It was something that had been there for 2 billion years. It's microalgae. Yes, microalgae. Microalgae is the future of food. And that's what my company does. We have found a microalgae that is a very good source of protein. So we make the protein very available, very affordable, and for us, we want to find a solution to make food available for all. And that's what Janos does. That's my company. And we've been moving throughout, and I have business a bit all over Europe. So lately it's been Spain. I've been pitching to a lot of investors, and we have some very good news coming. I think a few millions coming our way to build some smart algae factories. So we'll be building those big factories where, and I've been pitching in Bilbao. I have some very nice pictures I should show you. I tried to Macau. No, nothing to do. Macau and Bilbao are actually two different cities, Nash. I have to tell you, one is actually specialized in cacao. One is actually where a hobbit lives, and the other one is I have a good hero pick. What's the hero pick I have at the moment? Anyway, I didn't understand everything. Master Team, you don't need to understand everything. You need to be at peace with what you don't understand, what you don't know, and just enjoy the flow. With the speaker pose I posted on Facebook. Did I post anything on Facebook? Focus Master. Exactly. Focus Master. So, did I have some hero pose? I'll check that. Did I post anything on Facebook? Was I tagged on Facebook? Anyway, yeah. So we are doing a lot of thing with the entrepreneurs of Europe, and we're designing the future of your food and what you're going to be eating in the future. And I can tell you, what you're going to eat is going to be, in any case, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be maybe the mom said you lost weight. Classic mom. I got it. Well, yeah, every time I send a picture to mom, it's all about Vin, you took on weight, you lost weight, you took on weight, you lost weight. I think the only way she sees things at the moment is whether I put weight or not. But, classic mom, it's when I thought she would think, wow, Nash, do you know how I can adjust the focus of the camera so that it doesn't change every time? Classic Asian mom, classic tiger mom. Yeah, it's a good picture. Let me see if I can find it back. Yes, don't put anything in the foreground. So I shouldn't put my hand like this, otherwise it changes the focus. Thank you so much. I'm learning. So yeah, I'm trying to get my act together. I was going to go through things. So I wanted to tell you that, well, so I've been doing my tour. It was really nice. I also went to Portugal, and it was amazing over there. We eat some bacalhau. Bacalhau, clic droit, flux caméra, décroche, autofocus. Where is flux caméra? Clic droit, flux caméra. I'm lost, Jago. Where do I live? Flux OBS. Where is flux OBS? Guys, come on. I'm doing my best. Guys, come on. I'm doing my best. There is okay. I think I come on Wednesday on you, camera. It's raining cats and dogs on my city. Oh my god. Really? Not here, bro. So okay. Well, okay. We'll do it on Wednesday. So, wow. Oh my god. I had things to say. Where is my train of thought? Exactly. Okay. I was onto something. So, I was in Portugal. I ate some bacalhau, which is a bacalhau in Viana do Castelo. Yeah, I was completely broke. It's just like you OBS, you stream. Vin, your mic is not working. No sound. Oh my god, guys! Stop messing with me. Stop messing with me. I'm really trying to concentrate here. Something's happening. I actually had something to do on stream, which was actually try to get to use After Effects, because, well, I just didn't get to the part where I was in Portugal. I met some supplier for algae equipment, so that was very nice. Did you know, guys, that the minimum wage in Portugal was 3 times lower than in France? 3 times lower than in France. It's amazing. Like, you have the SMIC in France, which is 1,700. The SMIC over there is 600 euros. It's really amazing how, we're not that far. And if we work with Portugal, you just have people who are working for 3 times less than what people in France actually cost you. I mean, how can that happen? So, well, that was mine. That was actually exactly. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to make people to work with people from Portugal. But I don't understand how this type of disequilibrium can remain. It's just amazing. 3 times less, But actually, and if you go there, the food is amazing. Really, the seafood. I think you know what I'm thinking about, Nash. It's like Shazam for food. Anyway, I'll try Middle East countries. Like Dubai. Oui, Shefan. Yeah, well, it's but the thing is that Portugal is not so far from France, and you have like, well, I mean, Swiss chocolate. You're from Switzerland, so it's another it's another deal even. Like I don't know what's the minimum wage is. What the minimum wage is in Switzerland. In France, it's 1,700 euros. But just to say that in a neighboring country you have like a lower wage, you don't understand how that can remain. Well, I went there and I was surprised. But anyway, so I had and it was very nice. I went back to Zarots in Spain near Saint Sebastian, and we did a bit of surfing. So I tried surfing for the first time in my life. So Nash, we do a bit of snowboarding, right? Nash, you did some snowboarding as well, or just some skiing? I really don't remember. But in my case, I had just done. I make my homework. Oh, Master Team, you leaving? Well, he's not just writing tests. He's writing poetry. See you next time. You are really a nice person. Your radiant smile light up the stream. I talk with you on Instagram. Bye bye. Bye bye, Master Team. That was really nice to see you. 4,000 Swiss franc for the minimum wage in Switzerland. And then you ask, how much is one Swiss franc in euro? And when you know that the answer is 1 Swiss franc is 1 euro, you're like, wow. So, like it's double, it's more than 2 or 3 times what it is in France. I get the slide on the phone. Approximately 3,500 euro. 3,500 euros. Oh my God. How much is a Big Mac? How much is a Big Mac? How much is a Big Mac menu in Switzerland? Master Team, that was so nice to see you. Come back whenever you want. You're welcome on the stream. Well, I took the board. I took the surfboard, and I actually went to a place. So Zarots is very nice. It's in the Basque Country. I don't know if you know the Basque Country, but it's fantastic. And you are actually on the side of the ocean. So you're near the Atlantic Ocean. Near the Atlantic Ocean. It's fantastic because there's a lot of waves, and the waves are pretty strong. So we went to rent a wetsuit, so it covers the whole body, and you have a board with you. You take it, and when you go into the water, first you don't go in the water. You stay on the beach, on the shore, and you just have to try some basic moves. So you are on the board, you try to go like this, and there's the other thing where you have to push on the board and just stand up and like, oh, I'm surfing, but I'm still on the ground, that type of thing. So that's what you're trying when you're trying to surf. I've done that with quite some success on the ground. When it came to actually going into the water, it was a bit more difficult because the waves were pretty strong. Not sure. I use student discount, so it's 10 Swiss francs for a standard menu. So 10 Swiss francs is around 9 euros. 9 euros is about it's a bit. Well, it's 40%, 50% more than what it is in France. So I went into the water, and when I was inside the water, the waves were so strong. It was really hard for me to go further, and I think I took the board in my face a few times. So that was really strong. But later on, I got used to it, and I managed to go a bit further. And the difficulty was to remain straight on the board because I kept sliding on one side to another, to one side to another. And then it kept me another hour just to be able to stand correctly. And I haven't even tried to stand once on the surfboard because that was too complicated for me. So it was a trying experience. It was a learning experience. With time, I hope I'll get better. I don't know if this is something I want to do. I really love the concept of doing stand-up paddle boarding. You know, it's the same, but you just go on calm waters and you just take your paddle and go from one place to another. This is something that I would find, I would say, maybe more interesting or more easier for me. But that's something I'd like to do. So I really like that. Then I went pitching in Madrid. It's easier in Bali. Do you have a lot of waves in Bali? I don't know. Well, actually, maybe Bali will be a lot less expensive than Switzerland, huh? Swiss chocolate. I best when you live in Switzerland, you can go live anywhere. You'll find the life is cheap everywhere. Waves are great to begin with. Well, yeah, you need some waves. But San, have you tried surfing anytime? I'm sure you have. You're the type of guy who has tried it. To advanced surfers, yeah, Bali. But you know what? There was that feeling that I loved when I was at the sea. It was, oh yeah, so cool, so cool. I'm envious. I wish I had taken up surfing a bit earlier, but well, I don't know if I'll continue anyway. But what I loved when I went there was that you know, after a day of work, you go into the sea, you go a bit around, and when you get out of the sea, you feel like your body is completely fresh, and all your worries have been washed away, and that's a great feeling. I really love how it felt, and I think that one of the I think that one of the biggest disappointments in my life is not to be living near the sea. It would be so much greater for me if I could be, living in a place where I could just after work just do a quick go on the sand, not really into the water, but just go sit in the sand, watch into the horizon, and just feel. It's the feeling of death. It's the feeling of death. Well, when you stare at the horizon into the sea, you do have that feeling of the infinite darkness. And when you look into the darkness stares back, right back at you. Isn't it, Nash? Just take a skate and go back to the skate park. It's almost the same fun. I don't think so. I like the sound of the sea. I like I don't know. I feel like an animal. I like an animal when I go near the sea and I hear that noise. I hear that sound. I hear all the things. Just the water and you know I feel very close to nature. It's just like when you are in a forest at night. I love it. I don't know why, but the feeling of being in a forest at night and just feeling connected with nature, that was something that I missed. And you know, during my presentations when I talk about my business, there is one sentence I often say, which is the answer is nature. It's always nature. Nature is smarter than us. And sometimes I think that I do forget that we are just, you know, animals, and we need to connect with nature. And you know, and we do live in places that have been architecturally conceived in a way. Like modern architecture is about putting a maximum number of people in a minimum amount of space so that everyone feels isolated, the most isolated. And that's really the definition: the most people into the smallest amount of space so that most people feel they're isolated. And here you have a good architectural design. And that's what we live in. I'm living. Oh my God. Just bad joke after bad joke. And you know what? I feel, I really feel that I have a need to connect more with nature. I have a need to connect more with the world. And just seeing Portugal, just seeing Spain, that was a reminder of the world there is outside and that I could still enjoy. You get trapped in your everyday life. It's very easy to get trapped in your everyday life. I've got like hundreds of tasks I need to do for tomorrow. I have thousands of tasks I need to do for next week. So I could just spend my days cracking on doing just the daily tasks and not really thinking about what I'd like to do and how much I'd like to connect and just enjoy simple things. And yeah, well, you got me going with the it's the feeling of death, Vinley. You got me into going into the philosophical questions. But anyway, thank you. That's always something I'm really ready to go on. But what I'd like to tell you before I start going into After Effects, some people, it might not be a usual stream. It's just that it's really something I have to do because I have to learn about how to use After Effects because thanks to the club and the team, I am revealing. We are going to do une expo. So how do we do that? You say that in English? Une exposition. An art exposition in English. So I have the name in Arabic, but I can't pronounce it. So I don't think the exposition in English. Exposure. No. You can't see the stars without darkness. Everything has a purpose in life. Oh my God. That is really nice. I love it. Can't see the stars without darkness. Well, you have moments in life, and I try to find the good ones. So I'm going to put my my art. All of you guys. Well, some of you guys know I do watercolors. It's really something I love. I've been discovering lately, thanks to my mom, and I know Swiss Chocolate has seen me drawing a bit outside in the bars, just enjoying life in cafes and doing some watercolors. Now I'm turning them into NFTs, and the thing is that I would like to animate them. The thing is that I'm not very good at doing that, but I'll do my best anyway. So the whole thing now is to me is about trying a way to animate the to find a way to animate the your friends. I liked your French garbage drawing. There's no garbage drawing, as long as there is heart. I think it's not garbage, but I do see that you liked his drawing, and maybe he treated it like garbage, but I think you and I saw through the thing. There was an effort, there was a willingness to express himself. So I'll try something. So now I'll try to share, to go through. Well, if it's boring, don't worry. You can just go through something else. But in my case now, I'll try to. So this can be very boring, but this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to try to go through and just do something that's very that would be very basic. At least it should be, but nothing is basic when I try to do them. It's not what I wanted to do at all. I think I'm lost with all the screens. So much pressure again. So I will try to draw a circle and try to change the color of the circle from one color to another using using After Effects. It's It's not going to be easy, but for those who are willing to go through the challenge with me, I'd be very happy. Oh, I haven't used a very difficult software for the beginning. I think I'll be using a typical picture. So I'll say red circle. So I'll do a red circle, and I'll try to animate it, or change the color of it, because what I would like to do is to animate the watercolors I make, so that when they are put on in a digital mode, so that they can, some details could change. For example, a glass you're wearing is actually changing color, or there is a bit of wind, or something like this. And I want to explore this area by mixing the traditional watercolor and the digital area, and that's something I want to do. And actually, I should stop apologizing. This is what I'm going to do, and I don't care if you like it or not. That's what I'm going to do. So this is a red circle, and I think that now my work is done. 100%. I think that's my first piece of art. And the second one, I will call it. How shall I call it? I will call it the green circle. Oh my God, Vin, you are an artist. I used to use Maya 3D animation for fun animation in my spare time. But it's different than what you're doing. Maya 3D, I think it's a pretty good one. What I'm trying to do right now is JPEG. What I'm trying to do right now is to use After Effects, and I think it. Well, I've talked to many people. They told me that with After Effects you can do anything. If you can do anything, well, I think that's a good basis for doing. But I used to do a lot of comics. I used to draw comics for explaining marketing and persuasion, and I only used PowerPoint. And for quick and dirty, that was very good. But after a while, I was limited. I couldn't do exactly what I wanted, and I was limited by the tool I was using. So from the start, I will try to be using the tool that gives me the most possibilities, so that if I have an idea of an effect I want to do, this way that would be easier for me. So I will download. Well, did I download? So red circle was downloaded, and second circle download current slide. Je vous laisse. Saint-Bernard du 31, comment ça va? Tu pars comme ça? Tu nous racontes pas ta vie? Bon, écoute, si tu t'en vas, j'espère que je te revois bientôt. J'avais zappé que tu étais là, tu m'en veux pas. Goodbye, Saint-Bernard. That was really nice to see you. I hope to see you back soon. Okay, so we are arriving at the panels. The After Effects interface is organized in areas called panels. The right of this panel, the Learn panel, you will find three main panels you'll be working with. Use the animated graphic above as a reference to where these panels are located in the interface. Panel 1 is the interface panel. No, the panel 1 is the project panel, import and organize the media assets you'll use in your project. Composition panel, preview your project as you create. Here, and timeline panel, arrange and edit your media asset to create your actual project. Okay. First, adjust panels. Woohoo! I'm moving the panels. I think that now I'm a proficient user, right? I can resize, undock, move around. Move around! What? Do I want to undock the panels? Undock the panel. Okay. How do I put it back in? I can't put it back in. No. So much stress. Stacked small tabs. Oh, okay. No. There's so much stress trying to learn something online when a few people are watching you and saying, he doesn't get it. I don't. How do I slide back in? I think I'm lost. Come on. Which, thank you, Swiss Chocolate. I feel supported in my work. I must tell you, sometimes I lose confidence in what I'm doing, and as I'm trying to put some slots back into the software, and I feel that it should be obvious for everyone, I cannot do it, and it's like I'm doing what they say I'm doing. Like they say, here, move it, undock it, and now move it, and then put it back. Oh. Oh. Okay. Important. Use the animated group above as a reference and practice this task moving before starting the interactive tutorial. I think I have done it. So, undock panel. The panel is out, and now, in fact, you have to take it here, and then it works here. Okay. If you accidentally change your workspace, you can reset it to its original layout by choosing Window, Workspace, Reset to OK. And now I'm at the last step. You've just completed the overview of the interface. Okay. Now learn the basic of After Effects by creating an animated logo. Let's do that. What you learn: create a composition, organize the composition, animate the layers. No, back. So create a composition, organize the composition, animate the layers, add a visual effect, export the composition. Okay. So let's create, don't save. Okay. So creating a composition from footage. After Effects is all about creating compositions, combining or compositing different audio and visual elements like text, video, and sounds, and then making them move in a fun and creative ways. The first step of any After Effects project is to import the media, and you'll be working with and create composition. In the composition panel, create a new composition from footage. First, select the file epic logo.ai, then change the import as setting from footage to composition and click import. I'm a bit lost. It's about creating compositions. In the composition panel, click on new composition from footage. First, select. Okay, so this is what I find from Illustrator. apit.logo, then change the import as setting. Import as setting. From footage to composition. Where is the import as setting? From footage to composition. I'll click import. Sometimes you learn to love the feeling of not understanding what you're doing because it means you're learning something. It's really nice. Success! Look over! In your project panel, you should now see two items. The composition you just created from the logo and the folder with the original logo file. So where do I see that? Woohoo! I just created that. Okay, look over the project panel. So this is here. Opening the composition. Now that you've created the composition, you will need to open it in the timeline panel so that you can edit it. So I created the composition. What's the composition? Is that the composition? Is that the composition? Okay. Now that you created a collection of layers that represent components such. Wow. When you put the mouse on a word, it gives you the definitions of these words. That's really smart. That's really smart. Okay, so double click on APIC logo composition in the project panel. Success! Oh my God, it's really gamified. It really takes you through the whole thing. So the logo is now displayed on screen. Now look at the timeline panel. Okay. The logo is now the files APIC. Okay. And the logo itself were added to the timeline panel and corresponds to what you see in the composition panel. Yes. Yes. So APIC. So I see them. I see you. So I've done the first step. Oh my God, I'm using it. Okay, I'll save the project. I'll call it first project ever. Perfect. Okay. Adding more files to the composition. The last tutorial, you created the composition and opened it in the timeline panel. In this tutorial, you'll add files to the timeline panel and organize your composition. Let's add a background video behind the logo to create a more visually interesting composition. Yeah, I think that's something you could use on a lot of video. Double click with the project panel and add the video file Summer Forest MP4. So I'm adding it, drag and drop the two below, okay. Drag and drop the project file from the project panel to below the file APIC. What? Okay, double click within the project panel, drag and drop to below the APIC and logo files in the timeline panel. So that's here. No? That's here? No, this is import. And add the video file. Double click within. Okay, I'm adding it and importing it as footage. Okay. So it's a footage. Tac. Adding the footage into the timeline. That's good. Success. When you add files to the timeline panel, you're adding different elements or layers to your composition. Layers are stacked. So these are layers and they are stacked. Oh my God, this is happening. So layers are stacked. Different elements, layers are stacked, one on top of the others to create different elements. The left-hand side of the timeline panel, click on the summer forest layer and drag it to the top of the composition above the two other layers. Okay, you can change how you stack it. So if I put it on top, okay, if I put it on top, the other things disappear. So changing a duration. Layers have been reset to their original order from the previous step. Yes, that is true. The colored bars. So here they are. The colored bars on the right-hand side of the timeline panel represent how long a layer is displayed in the composition. Colored bars in the composition. You can change how long a layer is displayed by changing the length of its color bar. Let's make the duration of all our layers the same. Move your cursor to the end of the epic color bar of the summer forest. Okay. So we are all aligning everything to the other. I hope you all find this fascinating. At least I am in it. I know some guys who actually take books on stream and just read it to people, and there are hundreds of people just here listening to people reading things on stream. I personally wouldn't, but hey, why not? So maybe some people are interested to know how this works. I know my layout isn't great for that. I know should be working on that, but hey, that's life, as they say. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. So, Swiss Chocolate, wie geht's? Wie geht es dir? Sprichst du Deutsch? Ja? Thousands are watching ASMR. Yes. Hi, this is Finn. How are you? Ich lebe in Frankreich. It's amazing how many things can. Mir geht's gut. Oh, ganz gut, ja. Oh, ganz gut, ganz gut. Was hast du heute gemacht? Ich weiß nicht, was soll es bedeuten, dass ich so traurig bin. Ein Märchen aus alten Zeiten, das kommt mir nicht aus dem Sinn. Die Luft ist kühl und es dunkelt und ruhig fließt da rein. Something like this. Ich habe Deutsch gelernt, wenn ich in Schule war. Ich habe nicht Deutsch gesprochen für viel Zeit. Okay. I'm out of my depth now. Out of my depth completely. Move your cursor to the front, then click on drag. Move your cursor to the front of the AP color bar. Once again in the composition. Was ist deine Arbeit? Du bist ein Französisch Lehrer, ja? Es ist, was du hast mir gesagt, ja? Ich arbeite als Cybersecurity. Sehr wichtig. Hacker. Oh, ethical hacker. Ethical hacker. Ethik hacker? Ich weiß nicht, wie. Now I'm afraid. Now I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. Actually, you Red Hat team. Red Hat? Is it like I know there's white, I know there's black hat, but I didn't know there was a red hat. What is red hat for? Well, I'm sorry Nash left because Nash had some ideas about how to hack Twitch, but that's his thing. I can now animate the layers. Are you? Did you ever go on the dark web? I'm actually interested. Dark web. Say, preparing layers for animation. So actually, when you've seen me move through all the things, you've actually been able to catch my to catch my passwords and such. Move the current time indicator to the beginning of the timeline. Done in the timeline panel. Select the logo layer to make it an active layer. Done in the composition panel. Click on the actual logo itself and slowly drag it to the bottom of the screen. The composition panel. You'll be in trouble if I say yes. You know what? Swiss Chocolate, come back to the stream. You really have to talk to the other guys. Jago has amazing knowledge about that. He's been dabbling a bit about, he's invented a live streaming backpack, which is wrapping, which has 4 SIM cards and can actually do very good live streaming coverages, and he knows a lot about Wi-Fi security. So I think it would be very interesting for you to have a quick chat with him, just in the next stream. Also, Nash is a IT engineer, so a very good IT engineer. He's been working. He's got a lot of in-depth knowledge about. He's got a lot of in-depth knowledge about IT, and I think he's very good in cyber security. Well, we have lots of geeks around here, and I think I'm actually the worst guy. I do acknowledge that, and I think that's something I don't have any issue with, recognizing my technical ineptitude. Click on the actual logo itself and slowly drag in to the bottom of the screen just until it disappears from view. Have you been to France, Swiss Chocolate? When will we see you in France? It's a nice place, nice country. a lot of things to do, very nice cafes. Click on the logo and drag it just until it disappears from view. Is it the composition screen? No. Success! Isn't Swiss chocolate just appease my my worries? Isn't it the most exciting stream you've ever been on in your life? Really, come on. I mean, some guys say Ludwig, Pokemon, Ninja, Shroud are here. I think my stream is like here. Oh yeah, Sen. Very nice, very nice place. It's very famous. I think if you do IT security, it was for cyber security as well, because I think they need like top-notch cyber security. Setting keyframes. You now have to tell After Effects that we want the layer to start moving at this time and from this position. For masters, yes. What type of masters? Tennis masters, master's degree, master Jägermeisters. I don't know. Expand the logo layer property by clicking on the arrow on the left of the layer name to. Oh, now I got it. I have no idea what masters mean. You have to tell me, master. Transform setting and find the position. Expand the transform setting. Ooh, here we go. Rotation. They say France is the Frenchest country in the world. I think I heard about Sorbonne Uni is good. Sorbonne Uni is great. Oh, but I thought you had the job. Or was it like an internship or something like this? Or is it something else? Because I mean, you could have a job, and then maybe you have a job, and then later on you're doing a master's degree, and that's something you'd be looking at to do in France. Sorbonne is very good. It's one of the best, actually, and I think you've chosen wisely. Expand and find the position property. Click on the small stopwatch. Success! Click at the timeline panel at the position row. It looks like animating PowerPoint. By adding a keyframe, you just stalled. I have a job, but I can quit anytime. Sky is the only limit. Swiss chocolate, you are right. But why would you want to do a master's? If there's anything you want to do in your life, why not do it now? Now, do it now. Because it's all about passion. And I used to have a job at Airbus, and I quit just to work on to actually travel around the world. I did not have a project in mind, nothing specific, and basically that was something I wanted to do, and I did it. Basically, if you want to do a master's, I'm sure you'll find some job somewhere else, but it depends how old you are and what you expect to do, what you'd like to do with. I think when you're young, a good thing to do is actually to travel and to get experience, and because there are some things you won't be able to do later on. Look in the timeline panel. How far did you go around the world? I was more, I don't know if you can tell by my face, but I'm Asian. Surprise! So I spent a lot of time in Asia during my time my tour around the world. A lot of time in Thailand. They're very good with the tourists and they speak very good English, which is important when you want to communicate. It's difficult when you're in a country and you can't communicate with the people, but there's an extra step which you can't always cross, which is speaking the native language. And I think you can spend a lot of time. Oh wow, are you Asian? Oh yeah, sorry, I've actually outed. I've been outed. Here's my coming out. Swiss chocolate. I have to tell you, I'm Asian, but I'm a secret Asian. Joke. Also, I spent some time. Well, when I was younger in the U.S., I was sent as when I was 16 for 2 months. I was in California and in mostly in San Diego, LA, and San Diego. I used to have a very strong American accent, which I was very happy to lose very fast. No, I wasn't happy, but now I lost it. I have more of a French globish type of language so that anybody in the world can understand me, which is not so bad. And also traveled a lot in Europe. I've had a job in Airbus, and the job in Airbus was about selling corporate jets. And selling corporate jets means selling aircraft anywhere in the world. Selling aircraft anywhere in the world means you want to go to Texas, Austin. Austin is the place to be. I've heard so many good things about Austin. I think it's the place to be. It's really the new area. Everybody wanted to go to the US at the beginning. Before it was really the place to be. Now I feel things are turning, and we are now in another world where I think you can basically make it anywhere. I hope so. Well, that's what I'm trying to do, at least here. Look in the timeline panel at the position row where current time indicator is. You should see a little blue diamond. This diamond is called a keyframe. By adding a keyframe, you just told After Effects that you want to remember the position of the logo at that current time. And they will store it. Okay? So there is a diamond. So move the current time indicator. There's I think I'd like to see I'm leaning toward mountains these days. I've been to the Himalayas. That was very nice. That was a great place. I remember the Himalayas. That was something it just took me, I was working at Airbus and someday I said, hey, I just want to go someplace else. I've had a lot of holidays and I could basically go anywhere I wanted. And And I'd say, why not go to the Himalayas? Because I can, and I did. Now it's got another meaning because of the, you know, carbon footprint, and so traveling becomes more difficult. At the time, it wasn't so. When I got the opportunity, I went alone in the Himalaya. I chose to have no guide, so I traveled in the Himalaya without any guide, and that was an amazing experience. I remember when I went there, there was I just it was very desert. You just follow the road, and whenever there was a house, you could just knock on the door of the house and say, "Hi, I just arrived. Do you have a room for me? Do you have room for me?" And any house was a guest house. You just leave something, and then that was a great experience. I've been trekking for 2 weeks. I only ate in the morning, and that was yeah. Afterwards, I realized what I did was absolutely crazy. I really shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have. I think uh, it's one of the things you don't really give a thought about when you start, but next time I really will be thinking about that. So keyframes are important because they play an essential role in creating animations in After Effects. Watch what happens when you move the logo back to the center of the screen and set another keyframe at a different time. Move the current indicator to 1 second in the composition. Okay, how do you know it's 1 second? Oh yeah, I can see it here. Okay, that's 1 second. In the timeline panel, select the logo to make it an active. Okay, logo. To the right, find the two blue numbers. Immediately to the right of the position setting. Okay, I see them. Click within the vertical position, the second number, and change this value to 516 to return it. And now it's right back in the middle. Success! $1,200. Well, you know, sometimes if you think too much about how you will die, you don't live. You that works. You know, there were several times in my life where I actually thought I could have died. I don't know if you had that kind of experience, but that happened to me a few times. That's very strange, but you know, that makes you almost dying sometimes makes you feel alive. Pam. I have animated it. So, in this next section, you have the opportunity to enforce your learning by trying a short animation challenge, similar to the example you just saw in the previous text. Click Next to continue the challenge, using the animated graphic above as the reference. Use what you know about changing a layer's property over time to fade the AP text in as it appears on the screen. Okay. So a peak. I use the transform setting. Just one time when I was little, a car was parked in front of me and I was riding a bicycle. I didn't see any other car passing by the parked car and it almost hit me. That was as far as I was close to death. Wow. That's something you do remember that when that happens to you. I think I had a somewhat similar experience when I was I was learning to drive and I was with my father, and we were driving just behind the tractor. Those tractors, and it was very slow, and I think my father got a bit upset because I took time just to go and bypass it, just to go on the left and go faster. But the thing is that after passing the car, you're writing some very interesting things, Sweet Chocolate. I'm just finishing my story. I'll get back to yours. I just passed the tractors, and we were like this. So I passed the tractor, and then I saw a truck going straight in front of me. I couldn't turn right because there was the tractor, and there was the truck going in front of me. And what I did as I saw it coming, and I literally saw death. It was like it was written death on the truck, on the lorry just facing us. And on the left there was a very small path, and we turned. I could remember the tires screeching as we were turning left. And I remember that we missed the truck by this much, and I could see my heart like pumping. And my father told me I had very good reflexes, but I literally saw death. Sometimes having thoughts about killing ourselves are things that can happen, and I hope you have a good support system, around you, Swiss Chocolate, if anything happens. It's always good to talk with your friends, your families, other people. It's even if you're thinking about that, just send me a message. Those things can happen. We are always seeing different periods in life where things can be complicated. I can understand that sometimes it can be some people are faced with very difficult challenges, and they are having very dark thoughts. The best thing that happens in those cases is to surround yourself with the people you love with happiness, and if you and there is and even if that is not possible right now. Uh, but it's just like in Final Destination movie. It's with others that you can get outside the vicious circle. But I had like another story that was like the Final Destination one, which was I was LARPing. I don't know if you know LARP. It's live action role play. So we put costumes and we fight with latex swords, and I was and we were underground. So we were doing a Fallout like costume play. It was fantastic. You've got a background, so you're in a fully immersive experience for 3 days, and you're living underground. And unfortunately, there was someone who left the thing that makes the electricity. We call it groupe électrogène. So they left it in front. So you put some gas in it, and it makes electricity for you. And it actually started to make oxygen monoxide, which is a sort of carbon dioxide, but it's carbon monoxide, which is actually very toxic. It's an unfinished combustion, and that started to go started to go underground. And as it went underground, we started to have more and more intoxications. So there was one child who fell on the ground. Some people started having headaches, and after a while, we had to make the ambulances come. And in fact, out of the 250 people, 200 of them, 200 were intoxicated. We had taken the fumes, and we had to spend like one night with the mask on in a gymnasium because there were like too many people. And we stayed like this until they could get rid of all the oxygen monoxide we had in the body. So, and that was another experience where you see that maybe you were slowly dying, but you just didn't know about that. That's a bit scary. Fade the peak text as it appears on the screen. Is it fading? What does it look like? Yeah, it just appears in one block. So yeah, that's scary. Yeah. That makes you think. And you know what? That was also during the same summer. I got my car into a lake. If you look at the things that happened to you. That was the day I got my car into a lake. So funny. So would that work? Does that work? Yeah, seems to work, huh? Well, that wasn't really done on purpose, you know. As I parked my car uphill, my car was actually here, and I didn't put the brakes up to the top. I just put them at the middle, so the car wasn't completely stopped. Well, the car wasn't completely parked on the stop, and as the brakes actually start falling through, then it started the car started to go down, and I was at the lake, really, you know, enjoying a nice bath, but the car started to slide into the water. And later on, they said, "Hey, there's a car in the water, and who is it?" So I went there, and was only a red stain in the water, like 5 or 10 meters from the shore, and then the water slowly sank, and it sank, and finally it went into 5 meters under the water. I just couldn't get to it. Nobody could get to it. They had to ask for some scuba divers to come and actually take it. It wasn't it wasn't me. It wasn't what I did, but that was what happened. That was so fun. Very nice. So I don't know if I actually managed this, but I'm kind of like a car cemetery for the family. That's where all the cars go to die. What? No, it was a nice car. I'm a bit sad I don't have it anymore. Do you actually do you actually drive a lot? Do you have a car, such chocolate? Mm-hmm. Adding a blur effect. In the last tutorial, we added animation to our logo by changing its position over time. In this tutorial, you add a visual effect to the background video. Kinds of effect you could add to this video are endless, so let's just add a simple blur effect. In the timeline panel, select the summer forest layer. Done. I don't have a car. I like train. Very good for the environment. Thumbs up. Good for you. Good for the planet. Choose the application menu at the top of the screen. Select effects blur. Oh my god. I usually find peace and time to think about everything or just staring out the window. Well, I've been doing a lot of my trip in Spain just, in the bus. So at the beginning that was okay, but after a while it was a bit tiring. I think train is very good. In French, we have very good trains. They are pretty comfortable, and if you're ready to pay just a bit more to be in first class, I think you have very good added value with that. Just looking at the window and effects, blur, sharpen, fast box blur. What is a fast box blur? I have no idea. Effects control, fast box blur, reset, blur dimensions, iterations. This is getting more and more complicated. Adjust effects settings. You can adjust the settings of any effect you add from the effects control panel. I mean, I'm sure cybersecurity is more complicated, but here I'm really out of my depth. You can adjust the settings of any effect you add from the effect controls panel or timeline panels. This example, you mainly work on the timeline panel. It's just effect. To create the blur effect, expand the summer forest layer by clicking the arrow on the left of the plane. Expand the summer forest layer. By clicking on arrow to the left. To reveal the effects. Oh, cool. Transform and audio settings. Expand the effects and then expand the fast box blur and set it fast box blur settings. The fast box blocks blur effect settings. Find the blur ranges. I'm just spitting nonsense here. And set it to 25. Okay, 25. 25, yeah? See how I'm showing off. Okay. Make sure it's at 1. Okay. In the fastbox, find the blur radius setting and click the stopwatch to the left. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Success. Perfect. Absolutely. In the previous step, does that make you want to try this great software? Don't you want to be able to make animations with this After Effects so that you can be able, so that you can make the perfect presentation at work with the effect with your name arriving on the screen and saying, yeah, presented by Vinley Productions, Swiss Chocolate Design. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Swiss Chocolate Design. In the previous step, you set the value when the effect stops changing. Now you must set the value when it starts changing. Move the current time indicator at the beginning of the composition. Under the fastball box radius, move it. Move the blur radius to 0. 0. Perfect. Too much for work production. I am lazy. You know what? Lazy is the best trait for any type of work I know, except for a nuclear engineer. But otherwise, lazy is good. Lazy is efficient. Lazy is what you need. It's makes you think about being more creative when trying to solve different type of issues. So I don't think you need my validation, but I'm giving it to you anyway. Being lazy is good. But anyway, I'm very happy to have you on the stream, Sus Chocolate. I feel less lonely doing this alone, and I felt very supported throughout the way. I think I might have given up if you want here. Really. Oh, magnificent. Magnifique. Magnifique. Parfait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I saw it. Adding multiple effects. In the timeline panel. Really? Cool. Well, I enjoy having people on stream, you know. It's nice. I feel less lonely in my struggle to acquire a new skill. It also gets me used to my channel has everything. It's like a live vlog. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you were here when I did the thing with the Guggenheim. Maybe you saw it a bit later. I tried. Maybe I should vlog more things. I haven't. One thing I'd really love to do, and it's something I would be very nice, is to show you a bit of skateboarding. No, I do a bit of electric skateboarding, and if I manage to take you with me on a ride, I would love to do that. And yeah, it's a bit like vlogging. I think there's a channel for that. I should put myself more in vlogging, maybe more than in just chatting. Yeah, maybe I should have put myself in maybe After Effects game. I have no idea where I should be, but here I am, and as they say, deal with it. But you can go everywhere when you're in good company. Yeah, you know, I've tried the skateboarding thing with actually carrying the camera and having the selfie, and I had to buy a lens, and lenses are super duper important. Actually, I realized you couldn't actually do anything without the lens because you did not have enough angle, and that was. I think I need a GoPro and be a hero. GoPro is pretty good, but I don't know if I can do live. But I think I could. But it would ask me too much technical stuff or technical know-how. So the way I would sort of like try to do it would be to carry my camera and have it faced towards me with the phone, because I know how to have Twitch on my phone. Here I have a whole setup installed by Jago, the one who helped me like this morning. Oh, just at the beginning, because I was like, hey, I don't know how to use that. So if it's too complicated, I'll be using it. But I've been very happy with what I could get. And also, when you are skateboarding, the sound can be a bit difficult. So you have to get some other special device. But all in all, works. It works. In the timeline panel, select the forest to make it your active layer. Layer! See you later, layer, alligator. Alligator? No, doesn't work. Too bad. It doesn't work. Too bad. Hey. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Sorry. Those are old songs from my generation, when people still had a taste. So, summer forest to make it your effect. Distort mirror. Effects. Ah. Ooh. Okay. What did I do wrong? Old is gold. Small is beautiful. Red is dead. My grün sind alle meine Kleider. Everything has everything has an end except the sausages, which have two. Something like this, which is a German saying, I've been told, which I find very deep. All disco. Black is back. In the FX control panel, find the reflection center. There is an effect control center. Oh, this called control center. Click the box with the target icon. I see it. And click directly. Wait, what? Where is it? I don't think I've been doing that properly. All these go. Gun is fun. Gun off. Could do a lot of rhymes. Some of them wouldn't make sense, or I wouldn't stand by them anyway. don't eat the chicken or you will have bird flu. I've never heard about this one. Pretty good. As they say in Spanish, in Catalan, molt bé. You could do many things with the U rhyme. Okay. So in the effects control panel, find the reflection setting. To the right of the reflection, click on the box. Is to render the composition. Oh my God, I think I went through the whole thing. In the application menu, click. Where's the application menu? Choose composition. Composition. No, eat chicken. Save. Composition. Add to render queue. Render settings. Let's use the most basic rendering settings for now. Find the APIC logo composition. The AP composition, make sure that render settings. Set, yes. Set the output to who wants coffee? I think I'll take some coffee. I'm a proud lover of good coffee. Roses are red. Your oils may be essential, but vaccines are too. I like this one. You're a pro-vaccine person, right? Let me just boil some water. I'll be right back. think I'm getting the hang of it. Yo, Sensei seulement. Ça va? Yes, I'm learning After Effects. Tu connais After Effects? I'm not really good at it. J'apprends à mettre les panneaux les uns après les autres. Et franchement, plutôt pas trop mal. I'm trying to turn my watercolors into NFTs to make digital animations, and I'm really happy about it. I think the rendering, I think it can do a lot of things, and have to work for gallery painting on early December. Donc ça veut dire que j'ai quand même pas mal de trucs à faire et à finir pour décembre. Donc voilà quoi. And I think you missed the beginning of the part when I said I was in Bilbao, I was in Spain, I was in Portugal, I was all around the world and meeting the best people, eating the best food and preparing coffee. Et toi, Sensei seulement, quoi de neuf? Comment va la vie? All right. Render. Et là, ça fait un rendering. And also, I've been speaking a few words of German with the Swiss chocolate. It was very nice. I told like my experience as with death, our experience with many things. I'm sorry the pictures and the sound will be pretty bad because I'm actually rendering with After Effects, so maybe you'll get the sound but the video won't be really good. At the moment I'm just trying to get After Effects to work. Sensei seulement, toi t'en as déjà utilisé alors de l'After Effects, tu connais? Oh. I've done it. So happy. Tellement content. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Putain, ça rame bien bien. Hein. Le café, the coffee. Je crois que j'ai besoin d'avoir quand même une petite coupe de cheveux là. This is bad. This is really bad. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Okay, so unfortunately, this is the end of the stream. I think we went a bit too far, but stream summary. Thank you, Swiss Chocolate. That was a very good summary of whatever happened on stream. 5% German, 5% French, 30% freaking out, learning to animate, 10% philosophy, 3%. So because the rendering is taking actually RAM, I am going to close the stream. Next time I will not render the stream while my computer is actually running while I'm streaming, because I know that's really bad. But in any case, that was really nice to see you all on stream, and I will definitely see you again, maybe next Thursday. That would be great to see you all. I will say bye bye. Auf Wiedersehen.